Michael Magalnick, pediatrician at Wilson Health Medical Group. This is our first Ask the Doc session, so I just want to thank everybody for submitting their topics and things they wanted us to discuss. The purpose of the Ask the Doc session, I would say, is for you guys to reach out to us to get some questions answered about your kiddos and what's going on with them, and also for you to meet us and get to know the doctors, the pediatricians, but also the nurse practitioners there at Wilson Health Medical Group. The topic that I'm going to go over today that I think got the most kind of buzz and people were kind of asking the most about had to do with kind of potty training or toilet training your kiddo. The interesting thing about toilet training and potty training is there's probably no perfect answer. And the thing about it is that every kid is different, and so every kid's going to go about this in a bit of a different way, and that's why you can read tons of things and everybody might have a slightly different opinion. When it comes to potty training your kiddo, I think the first thing you have to think about is, are they ready to go on this adventure with you? And so the main things that you're looking into are kind of cues that they'll be showing you that they are ready. So some of these things will be, can they obviously walk over to the potty? Can they pull down their pants to sit on the potty? Can they pull their pants up after they're done on the potty? And can they let you know that they need to go potty? I would say on average, the age where kids are ready for this to happen is probably between 18 to 24 months. Now I want to emphasize this is the beginning of when maybe it could work out, but it's not the time that every kid has to start potty training in the world. It's just not that easy. Every kid is different, and you have to remember that and decide when your kids are showing you those cues that they seem to be ready. But if you think, okay, my kid can go through all of those things, maybe they are ready to potty train, here's a couple ways that maybe you can try to do it. So the first one, the more traditional type approach, would be having them sit on the potty, initially even clothed. Getting used to the potty, getting comfortable, understanding what it's like to sit there. Maybe they're reading a book, maybe you're singing a song with them, but they're just getting comfortable with kind of that place. Once it seems like they're comfortable, then you try to say, okay, let's remove the underwear or the diaper or the pull-up that they might be in, have them sit down there and see what happens. If they end up going and they have an experience that's great, then you say, way to go, good job, and you incentivize that experience maybe with one jelly bean or one M&M, something very small, but something where they're going to kind of say, hey, this is worthwhile. I get a prize almost for what I've done, and you're trying to show them this is a good thing to happen. If at any point it seems like some resistance is hit, maybe they're not happy with it, maybe you're getting frustrated with it, and it's just not a fun experience, then you kind of just take a pause, take a step back, and then kind of reintroduce it again. Maybe it's months later, maybe even a year later, but you kind of just read your kid to see how it's going to fit with them and what's the best thing for them to do. So that's kind of one avenue of ways things can work. Another avenue would be kind of toilet train in a day kind of way, so a bit more of an aggressive approach. Now I would say, my caveat to this is, my son Oliver, he's 7, and we went through this approach with him when he was around 18 to 24 months, and it seemed to work for us, but it's not a foolproof plan. But how this one kind of works is basically you put plastic wrap everywhere. This is kind of how we did it, all over the house. You put toilets in the main areas of where the kiddo's going to be. So for us, it was his bedroom, our bedroom, and then in kind of the family living room. And then you give him multiple liquids to drink during the day to stimulate his body to need to go to the bathroom. Now, obviously, you have the plastic wrap around, so if there is accidents, then you're kind of covered from that way. Then you have toilets in multiple areas so that he can kind of go in there and hopefully have more success. And what you're trying to kind of teach them is that's where you go potty. So if they do go potty in there, it's a positive, great experience. If they don't go potty in there, it's not that you just kind of don't say anything, but you kind of say, that's not really the way we do it. There's a little bit of a negative from it, so they're kind of learning kind of the positive, negative side from that, but they're getting so much liquid during the day that they're probably peeing every 30 to 60 minutes, and that's about the frequency you take them to the bathroom. So you're getting a lot of opportunity to have success, and then that way, hopefully even by the end of the day sometimes, they've got to the point where they realize, okay, I go in the potty here, not on the ground, and they're really understanding the difference, and you can kind of transition to kind of underwear and kind of you're free and clear from there, but it's never free and clear perfectly, right? But they're at least understanding kind of what you're trying to do. So those are kind of two avenues of different ways that you can potty train. My bottom line though with all of this is just remember every kid is different. So it's not a foolproof thing. There's not one opportunity that works for every single kid. Everybody's different. So you have to just kind of see how your kid is kind of going through the process with you, see if you need to take a pause, see if you can do it more quickly, and everybody's different. You have to understand that. And just know at Wilson Health Pediatrics that if you're running into issues and you're worried, Are they not training appropriately because you think some things may be wrong? Or do you think maybe that, my neighbor's kid did it earlier and they're not doing it yet, and you want us to kind of take a look at your kiddo and see if there's a reason why they're not training as quickly? We are more than happy to do that. But every kid is different. So your kiddo might train when they're 3. Some other kiddos might train when they're 16 to 18 months. Who knows? Anything is possible, right? But I think everybody is different, and we have to just listen to our kids' bodies and how they're responding to each thing. So that's my little spiel there on kind of toilet training. Hopefully it was helpful for everybody. Again, I'd like to thank everyone for submitting their topics previously on our Facebook page. We look forward to doing this hopefully about every single month, and also hopefully you'll meet the other providers in our practice at Wilson Health Pediatrics. But follow us on Facebook, and thank you so much.